Ooh, I found some madman's knowledge. Now I have 2 eyes as opposed to 1 eye. And 2 eyes are always better than 1 eye.
Can I still call you old One Eye?
You have to. You don't have any other choice.
No, now I'm Johnny Two Eyes. There it is.
Oh, yeah, okay.
That's the logo.
I like that. Welcome back to Watson and James Don't Play. My name is James.
I'm still Watson.
We're playing a PlayStation 1 game today that was made by someone else. Ha! Fan software, I get it. We're playing, well, there it is. Bloodborne PSX.
Yeah.
Did you ever call it the PSX when you were a kid? We just called it a PlayStation.
Yeah, just PlayStation.
Because that's what it was called.
Yeah.
It was just a PlayStation. But now it's known as the PSX.
Is
or
it?
the PS1. I call it the PS1.
PS1, sure.
Apparently it's known as the PSX.
To who?
I don't know. This guy that made this game.
And him alone.
Yep. So this was made by a dude. I don't remember his name.
And neither shall history.
No, sorry, but I'm going to remember this game. This is awesome. Bloodborne is one of my favorite games of all time. It's on PS4 and only on PS4. It has not been released anywhere else. It is locked at 30 frames per second on PS4, and people are pissed about it. Because they're like, Sony, you're releasing all these games on Steam. Mm-hmm. There's God of War on Steam now. There's Days Gone, which are stellar games, wonderful games.
Sure.
Bloodborne is just ripe.
Yeah, it's right there.
Ripe for PC gaming. I think what they're trying to do is, the music is really intense right now. Like,
supposed to be getting you ready for the game.
Holy shit, I have goosebumps right. Look at this. Did he redo the... I have goosebumps.
Ooh.
Visible goosebumps. Oh, this is awesome. What was I even talking about?
You're talking about starting the game.
Yeah, okay.
Let's do it.
Load game. Check the memory card. Oh, I named my character Spleef.
Nice.
I'm level 13. I've been playing for a little bit. What? Yeah, just continue. I don't want to do extra options. Anyway, you got to play the game with a D-pad because it's a PlayStation game.
Right.
And you control the camera with the right and left. I guess R2 and L2 would it be known as on a PlayStation controller.
Sure.
And let's get to it. You can also flip the camera around by hitting the X button on your PlayStation controller.
Is this a tutorial? Are we just doing a tutorial right now?
I was just kind
for
of
other people at home to play along.
For other people to play along, yeah, that's right.
Everybody, pull up your Bloodborne save files.
No. Okay. Oh, okay. He's got some reach on him.
Yeah, he really did, didn't he?
Yeah. I got to kind of remember how to play this game because my brain is locked in. Use the 2 sticks to do stuff.
Oh yeah.
To look
that's
around.
The default so often now.
And
what's the things that you have 16 of?
Oh, I have 16 blood vials. Those are health regenerating potions.
Gotcha.
And then I have 16 quicksilver bullets.
Okay.
They supply bullets to my gun. Ooh,
sure. Bullets are for the gun. Got it.
Yeah, so I have a gun in my left hand, and I have a melee weapon in my right hand.
So you're ready to party.
Oh, yeah. I'm a hunter. This is Yarnum. Oh, shit. Okay.
Yeah, what's the overall? It looks like kind of a Van Helsing type quest.
That's why
Is that kind of what's up?
That's why I fell in love with the game.
All right.
Because I love the whole vibe about the entire game.
Oh, I'm into it, yeah. I'm getting some Silent Hill from this. Some of the old school layouts of old games that I used to like. Yeah, I like this.
Have you ever seen Bloodborne on PS4?
No, I'm not a PS4 guy.
Okay, but you've never seen any kind of anything, right?
Sure, I'll go with that.
Okay, yeah, but I mean any images, video, nothing.
I don't really know anything about it.
All right. So it's made by the same people that made Dark Souls and Elden Ring.
Sure.
So I'm usually automatically a fan of it.
Right.
They just make games that kind of speak to me. I really enjoy a good 3D adventure game.
Well, and to be clear, they're massively popular games.
Yes.
All of them.
So is Bloodborne. That's kind of a borderline cult following just because it has to have a cult following because you have to buy a PS4 to play the game.
Sure.
And I really like it. That's pretty much it.
You got some more bullets. You killed some more people. What are you trying to do? You said you're a hunter?
I'm a hunter, and this takes place in Yarnum.
None of that answers what you're supposed to do.
What we're supposed to do is hunt beasts.
Beasts.
That's what
I'm getting at.
That is our job.
Who are you fighting?
These are townspeople.
So do you get hired to hunt these as like quests like that?
I'm supposed to be some kind of like foreigner, right?
Sure.
And I get caught up in
You're the new guy here,
this kind of mess.
and you stumble into a mess.
I came here to kind of be healed by the Healing Church. They're known as the Healing Church.
Sure, but that never pans out.
No, it doesn't. And I was given a blood transfusion in the beginning of the game, and now I'm a hunter.
Okay.
I was
Alright.
given a blood transfusion by a blind man in a top hat,
We've all been there.
and it did not go well. But now I have a cool outfit. You don't start out with this outfit. I had to find this outfit.
I was going to say, it's a pretty cool outfit.
It's dope, isn't it?
It's a nice duster.
I made sure to find the outfit before we put anything on the show.
I like that you carry the gun and melee weapon in such a way that you could never operate the gun.
Well, that's kind of the joke, right? The gun is basically useless.
It looks like it's pretty much just, hey, look at this gun I'm carrying.
It's meant to stagger enemies, so as they're attacking you, you can use the gun, and it'll stun them. And then you can get like a big hit off.
More dog killing.
A coup de
Just
grace.
can't get away with it.
I know, right? Even if it's a zombie dog.
Yeah, I'd take a zombie dog. That I can deal with.
That was
I
a
can
rabid.
Separate myself.
That was a rabid dog,
Right.
but not a zombie dog.
Well, it was rabid in the sense that it's probably a zombie.
It was
right?
trying. It was trying to kill me. That's what it was trying to do.
I don't think it was traditional
Think,
rabies.
think whatever you want. Bloodborne, awesome.
Or don't think. Just kill things.
That's all I got to say about Bloodborne. I am done.
I like those things. What were those?
the only thing. No, we're done with Bloodborne.
Giant birds.
We're not going to talk about it anymore.
It's a crow.
This is a
Carrying
whole.
crow.
This is the whole thing that I'm doing, right?
Oh no.
Yeah. Bloodborne's done. What we're going to do is play Bloodborne PSX now. This weird demake.
So watch us play. It's fun. But anyway,
CHUD.
CHUD. Yeah, that's right. You've been on one about CHUD.
I almost like started out the episode with, so this is Bloodborne PSX. It's a demake. So anyway, CHUD, because that's how I spent most of my day.
It is a lot of what we've been talking about, both in person, over text. You know, it's just been in our conversation for a little while now.
Yeah. 9:30 rolls around last night, and I text Watson and I say, so CHUD, right? It's a movie.
It's a great movie.
I've never seen CHUD before.
Put that right out there. It's a great movie.
And it's streaming on Amazon Prime. That's where I watched it.
Yeah, go watch it on Prime right now.
Finish the episode. And
No,
then
do
go
it right
watch
now.
CHUD.
Turn us off. Don't listen to us.
Okay. Go ahead and turn us off and watch CHUD. Hey, troll buddy.
I'm sorry, the station manager is signaling at me that I'm fired. I just told people to turn this off.
Yeah, don't do that. They get fussy when you do shit like
Super
that.
fussy.
Oh, okay. All right.
So what did you think? You'd never seen it before, really?
Dude,
I mean,
it's
you
never
knew
come up.
about it. We've talked about the concept of a cannibalistic humanoid underground dweller.
Yeah, I knew about it because it's been streaming on Netflix for a long time,
Sure.
or it was available to watch on Netflix, right? Mm-hmm. And I just kind of thought the cover was stupid.
Oh, what?
And the reason, let me finish. The word "chud" threw me off. It was not a
Right.
nice. It is not a nice word to say.
Great word. It's a vaguely dirty word.
Right. Like, am I supposed to be able to say "chud"?
Like if an 8-year-old calls you a chud, it's not a compliment. Regardless of what you think that word means.
You stupid chud.
Very derisive word.
And he just throws some rocks at you, and you're like, all right, I probably
Just,
deserve that.
Yeah, inherently dirty sounding at least.
So I said "chud" out loud when I
so
first.
close to chode.
Right on the
So close.
baby, it's right on the edge of chode. So, at first the word "chud" threw me off, but not just that. It was the spelling of "chud."
You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of cankles. Not a bad word, but still a mean bad
A
word.
mean thing to say to somebody.
Right. So you're looking at it, it's already off-putting.
It's already off-putting just saying it out loud. But the other off-putting part was that it was an abbreviation for something.
Right, it's an acronym.
I never bothered to Google what it meant. I just kept scrolling and said, "Chud's not for me."
Did you know there's a difference between acronyms, which are letters that you're supposed to say as a word like CHUD, and acronyms that you're not supposed to actually try to say like a word, but you're actually just supposed to pronounce the letters like CIA or
Yeah,
FBI.
we're talking about ASAP. You're not supposed to say ASAP. You're supposed to say ASAP.
Well, but they're two different things. One is an acronym, the other is called an initialism.
Oh, interesting.
That's the difference.
I didn't know that. Why all the damn dogs?
It's like SCUBA is an acronym, right? It's self-contained underwater breathing apparatus.
Dude, scuba's
But you say the word. You don't say, I'm going to put on my SCUBA. You know.
Scuba's awesome to say. Scuba.
Anyway, I just wanted to derail the whole conversation.
Scuba. Scuba.
Yeah.
Scuba.
Snorkel.
That was a Venture Brothers bit, wasn't it?
Snorkel.
Scuba.
Yeah, it's a great.
The rest of the episode is just me saying scuba.
And me trying to think of other acronyms like taser.
Oh, giant rat. All right. There's no giant rats in... This is appropriate that I'm in a sewer because CHUD takes place. The majority of it is in a sewer.
Beautiful
sewer
segue.
situation.
Beautiful segue.
And Daniel Stern lives in the sewer. No, he doesn't.
Marv from Home Alone lives in the sewer.
I kind of need to step back a little bit and explain some of the movie about how it all breaks down.
No, he's like the manager of a homeless shelter, isn't he?
He is, and the way he's introduced is really cool. So it starts out kind of like in a precinct cop situation. You got the hard-boiled egg detective guy.
It's the mid-'80s, so it's
Yeah.
exactly what you picture.
Oh, yeah. Mustache, the whole 9 yards, you know?
It's like the precinct from RoboCop.
Shit is just everywhere. There's no organization to it. There's some grumpy lady goes, "This just came off the wire."
Yeah, it's every cool, like, 80s cop phrase being thrown around at once.
And she goes, "It's a little strange." And it kind of catches the eye of our main character. Some other stuff happens before this, too. But this is where I really started.
It's where the plot kicks in.
It's where it kicks in a little bit.
Yeah.
And, ooh, I found some madman's knowledge. Now I have 2 eyes as opposed to 1 eye. And 2 eyes are always better than 1 eye.
Can I still call you Old One Eye?
You have to. You don't have any other choice.
No, now I'm Johnny Two Eyes.
Now,
Doesn't have the same ring to it, but
An
that's just
eyeball.
what I go by.
my forehead splits open. Now I'm Johnny 3 Eyes, and I'm enlightened. Get out of my house!
Sam Raimi's gonna love me, but the rest of y'all are gonna hate it.
So he gets this missing person reports from...
You remember? you remember?
I remember. Oh, you remember.
You acknowledge it. You know.
So he gets this missing persons report, the hard-boiled egg, and, oh, this guy's still alive? How are you back? And it's a name that he recognizes. He's like, all right, who put it in? He goes, Shepard. A.J. Shepard. That's the guy that I put away 5 years ago.
Yeah.
He's out now?
Yeah.
Or he's been out for 5
Love
years
it.
now.
Love
Something
it.
like that.
That's everything you need to know about the guys. Yeah, these two know each other.
And they have a strained relationship.
Uh-huh.
And he goes to where the guy's address is. You know, he's like, all right, let's go talk to the guy. And it turns out to be a soup kitchen. And he's surrounded by homeless people and kind of people that he's uncomfortable being around. Clearly
Sure.
thinks less of these people. And he's like, I'm looking for AJ. He goes, you mean Reverend? You mean the Rev? And here comes Daniel Stern bopping out of the kitchen going, this is my soup kitchen, in so many words. And there he is. And he's like, what are you doing here, man? Gonna give me a hard time? I'm trying to get my life together. But he thinks he's up to no good. He doesn't think his missing persons reports are legit. He's like, who cares about some homeless people? And he's like,
Daniel Stern's trying to do the right thing, trying to file these missing person reports on these people that he knows are going missing.
right.
But due to his checkered past, so to speak, the cop's not really buying it.
He's not taking him seriously. He thinks he's just, I don't know, high or something. Who knows? And turns out that there's a little bit of legitimacy to it because he explains it. He's like, these are my regulars.
There really is a mystery going on. And
Yeah.
that's where you kind of get hooked into the movie's plot.
So they decide to investigate. They go down in the sewers and look around a little bit.
All right, drum roll, please. What do they find in the sewers?
They find mutants.
Yeah.
The CHUD, if you will. They don't know they're CHUDs yet, but they just know that there's something really hairy down there.
There's monsters.
Yeah. And I'm trying to like piece together the movie here kind of like by...
Yeah.
I've only ever seen it once, and I saw
I know.
it last night.
I love this recap.
So I'm
This is
trying
great.
to like recap the movie the best that I can.
It's sort of fresh, but you don't have to go beat by beat because, yeah, you will forget it. Just hit the broad strokes. So they discover there's something going on down
They discover
there.
there's something going on, and then it cuts to camera guy, played by John Hurd. And he's trying to be taken seriously. Right now, he's a fashion photographer, right? And what kind of grinds his gears, pushes him over the edge, is suddenly he's doing kind of a nude photo shoot. And he's like, all right, so I'm photographing porn now. I don't want to do this. This
What
is
do we
not...
know John Hurd from?
We know John Hurd from Home Alone.
Oh, yeah, he's the dad in Home Alone.
The dad from Home Alone. So Daniel Stern, Marv from Home Alone, and John Hurd, the dad. I don't know his name. I never learned his name.
Something McAllister.
Mr. McAllister,
It's Mr. McAllister, right?
a very wealthy landowner.
They've done the math. They've crunched the numbers. That guy was doing something shady.
Yeah, he was a mob boss or someone he knew.
Mob
was a
lawyer, something. All right, yeah. So So Mr. McAllister.
Yeah, he's like, you know what? I'm an artist. I'm going to be taken seriously as an artist. So he gets this story, right? He hears about some weird things going on in the underground. There's all these homeless people that live underground. Decides to look into it. Stumbles upon a rather upsetting scene with a homeless guy and his legs torn open. He takes some pictures of it.
Yeah, he does.
Okay? And we're going to stop talking about him there because his story kind of stops there. All you need to know about him is he's a photographer. He wants to be taken seriously. He takes some pictures of some fucked up shit. Cuts back to Daniel Stern and the detective. They do a B&E on this photographer's house because they go down into the sewers and are told, like, hey, this photographer came down here. He took some pictures of the fucked up shit. And they need confirmation.
They're also looking for that same confirmation, yeah.
Right. So they do a B&E on this guy's apartment, break in, and find the pictures. And then they take him to the government. And the government says, it ain't us, baby.
I hate the government.
It ain't us. That's
Always
really all
hate
you
the
need to know
government.
about that, is they're disregarded. So then Daniel Stern kind of throws a fit and says, it is you. Here are pictures.
Oh, no.
And here's the fucked up things that you're doing down here.
Bum, bum, bum.
So they're like, all right, we'll talk about it. And it's revealed by the guy that works for, I want to say it's the DNR. They call it the NRC. I don't know what that stands for.
Yeah, I don't know what their
I don't really know what
real
the
life counterpart would be.
We're going to call it the Department of Natural Resources or the EPA.
That's the Environmental Protection Agency.
Yeah, the EPA has a
No, that's the bad guy in Ghostbusters.
I am aware of that.
You're thinking of Ghostbusters, Dickless.
They have they have an upcoming inspection though. The EPA does. So DNR and NRC is there to kind of oversee it. And the guy reveals, he's like, all right, yeah, we saw some stuff.
There may be some stuff going on. I mean, look, we bought the ticket to the movie. We know from the cover and the name that there is something in the sewer. Like, the movie takes a second to kind of
confirm it. But there is something
and kind
there.
of get everybody on the same page. But Lord, once they do, there's some messed up monsters down there.
The guy explains what they're called. He says they are cannibalistic humanoid underground dwellers, which is bullshit. Which is absolute bullshit.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to go by strict definition, yeah, it is somewhat.
No, it's bullshit because they point out in the movie later on that that's not what it stands for. It stood for something else that wasn't nearly as memorable.
Yeah.
But detective finds out what it really stands for. Anyway, the way they're going to solve this problem is the NRC is going to flood the chambers with natural gas. And they're like, that'll work.
Sure.
Why do you think that will work?
Because it's poisonous?
It's a horrible idea. It's going to pop.
Oh, it's a bad idea for sure. But would it kill a bunch of things?
It would kill
I mean, probably.
It would absolutely kill a bunch of things. And that's their goal.
Right.
To stay hush-hush about it.
I feel like they're not thinking it that one more step.
So they get to that point, and Daniel Stern's like, I got a soup kitchen to run. All right?
But also, I need to be helping these people and doing things, not just running around the sewers like crazy.
So he goes back to soup kitchen, starts making soup, and realizes that his natural gas is no longer functional because they actually went through with it and are diverting all the natural gas to the sewers. He's like, all right, I got to get down there and I got to warn these people and tell them to get out.
Yeah, he does his best to tell everybody he can to get the hell out of there.
Right. He gets trapped down there. Photographer guy is down there also because he wants to document a little more of this. He's like, something is seriously fucked up.
Yeah, he's hot on the trail of this story.
At this point, he's involved with a journalist.
Uh-huh.
And he gets trapped down there. Daniel Stern gets trapped down there. And they encounter some of the CHUDs.
Dun, dun, dun.
But here's the kicker. Daniel Stern encounters one of his regulars who is in the process of turning into a CHUD.
Well, and it's Joe Pesci, right?
Yeah.
It's the other half of the Wet Bandits.
The very same. So Joe Pesci's turning into a CHUD right before our very eyes, and he's got to kill his friend. And it's a bummer. Because he shoots him. And it didn't quite, speaking of.
But it was a good moment though. I thought it was a pretty sweet moment.
Oh, it is.
You know, he's turning into the CHUD. Daniel Stern looks over at him and he hands him a Snickers and he says, "Here, you're not you when you're hungry." And then they hug and he turns back into Joe Pesci, and that's a pretty nice moment, I think.
And that's exactly what happens in the movie. It's believe it or not. I mean, I know it might be hard to believe because
I thought it was weird, very meta.
Maybe you haven't seen the movie in
but
a long time.
It works.
So he's got to put down his friend. His friend's sister sees him. And then John Hurd comes out of nowhere and says, "Bitch, and knocks her out.
Hell yeah.
And that's how they meet, I think. I don't know, something like that.
It's a hell of a love story.
Right. So they get together and they're like, now we're friends. We know each other. They exchange pleasantries and they're like, we need to work together. This is fucked. We got to fix it. Mm-hmm. And they don't fix it. They try to get out. They get trapped. The NRC guy loses his cool, right?
Hijinks ensue.
Decides to trap actual humans down in the sewers and parks a box truck on top of a manhole. The manhole they're trying to get out. Detective guy comes along and says, hey man, not cool. And something happens. He breaks him out. I forget the details.
Yeah.
But they get out. NRC guy is headed straight towards them. Daniel Stern's got a gun suddenly. Suddenly has a gun.
Everybody did in the 80s.
and he shoots his ass.
They were strapped.
The guy crashes into the open manhole and it fucking explodes. All he did was get a tire stuck down there and it said, oh, a spark? See ya.
Well, all the natural gas.
All the natural gas. It lit up, baby. What's over here? Oh, shit.
I love old movies like that, though, where just everything explodes.
Right, everything. Regardless of what was really
Car
going
hits
on.
a couple of trash cans and it all just goes up in a fireball.
At this point, detective guy is on the ground dying. It's unclear if he survives or not because they don't imply that he died, but they don't imply that he lived either, you know?
Yeah, they leave that kind of open-ended.
Leave it open. He goes, nice shot.
Derelict estate.
And the movie ends, and they that's it.
That's where you are right now.
Yeah. So go watch CHUD. There's a lot more to it than the breakdown that I just gave.
Which was beautiful.
Did you like it?
That was great.
All right. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Most of it was probably inaccurate.
Yeah.
I think I got the gist of it.
The Snickers commercial was correct.
Yeah, absolutely. A squeaky door.
That was both factually.
Dude, this is the perfect game for Halloween.
Oh, yeah.
I'm so glad I found this.
It's a great one.
I had heard about this Bloodborne demake, and that's all I really heard. I heard someone was working on it. That's it. Come to find out, it was actually released earlier this year. The way that he did it is, it's not the full game because it's just one guy. You know, he can't do the entire
He's doing
game.
what he can.
Right.
Yeah.
You get to fight Father Gascoigne and the Cleric Beast. They're the first two bosses in the game, and that's where the demake ends. I guess he figures, if you want to play the game, then just go play the game.
The game also exists.
Ooh. Lore. When the hunt began, the healing church left us, blocking the great bridge to the cathedral ward, as old Yarnum burned to the ground that moonlit night. Yeah, those are things that people say. None of that means anything to anybody.
So we got Bloodborne, we got CHUD. Those are great recommendations.
Yeah.
I've been watching a terrible recommendation. Can we recommend some bad TV now?
Yeah, are they Halloween related or just bad TV?
It's bad TV, but it's also it's spooky season, so it is spooky themed. It's on brand.
Oh, okay. All right, let's hear it. I'm curious because this is fresh for me.
So I don't normally like to talk about things in terms of like guilty pleasures and stuff like that. I think we've talked about that before, how if you like something, you should just like it and not be ashamed to like it. But I do kind of put some qualifiers on the fact that I watch a little show called True Blood around this time of year.
Do you really?
I do.
Oh, that's nice.
I'm very familiar with True Blood.
How familiar?
I'm pretty familiar.
I feel like we have it on DVD.
Do you?
I don't know. Maybe. Do we have True Blood on DVD?
Maybe the wife has it.
I'm asking you. Hey. Do we have True Blood on DVD?
Hold on, we're asking. Verdict is rendering.
No? Oh, I thought we did.
I think that's a no.
We have something.
Not currently.
We have vampire stuff on DVD.
6 Feet Under, maybe? Another HBO show?
We don't have that. Definitely don't have
About
that.
death?
I have Dead Like Me.
Yeah, that's in that same kind of vein, I guess.
Yeah. So yeah, we don't have it on DVD, but I'm familiar with it. My wife has seen it. I've never seen it.
You've never seen it?
I've never seen it.
I'm surprised she hasn't made you watch it.
I know that Joe Magnolia is in it.
That's not his last name, but
Okay.
all right.
Manganello?
Manganella.
All right, cool. He seems like a great guy.
Yeah, he honestly.
His public persona seems great anyway.
Honestly, I'm not even to the part of the show where he's showed up yet.
Oh, I thought he was just in the show the whole time.
No, he shows up like halfway through.
All right. Tell me about it. I don't know anything about it.
I just finished the second season. I'm trying to get through the fourth season
Okay.
by the time like Halloween comes around, because the fourth season has a cool villain.
Trying it and succeeding. Like, you like watching this show, right?
Oh, I mean, trying in the sense that like we've only got so long until Halloween, and I'm trying to get through like a whole nother season of TV. So I got like 13 more hours of TV to watch before I get to the next season. It's very episodic, you know, those types of shows where every episode ends with like a scream.
Yeah.
And then you find out what happens in the first 5 seconds of the next episode.
Okay.
And then it picks up with the next episode.
Those shows are meant to binge.
Yeah, and this was made in, you know, the mid 2000s. I think
Right.
2008, 9, something like that. Is when that show started.
Okay.
So it was right in that kind of sweet spot of just like not great in terms of some of the VFX and stuff like that.
Gotcha.
It can be a little cheesy, but it's also an HBO show, so there's
Even though
lots of cursing and stuff like that. Like they don't have to make it PG.
Even though it's cheesy, it probably looks pretty good though.
It looks pretty decent. There's obviously some stuff that's aged better than others, but overall, it's just a fun show to watch. It's all the fantasy creatures and stuff kind of mashed together into one universe.
Okay.
You got vampires, you got were animals, you got...
I knew that there were were animals. I didn't know to the extent like how deep they went. Was it just wolves or were there different were animals?
There's shapeshifters too.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
So that's one of the main characters is a shapeshifter. I'm trying not to like spoil the big reveal, but like the main character is also her own type of creature that you find out later on. That's kind of the breadcrumbing they do of that reveal.
Sure, yeah.
But basically, the conceit of the show is that about 2 years before the show started, vampires, quote unquote, came out of the coffin and revealed their existence to humanity at large.
All right.
Because scientists had figured out a way to synthesize a fake type of blood called true blood.
It's the name of the show. You said the name of the show.
I said the name of the thing.
Oh.
So they say it a lot. Because a lot of people get offered true bloods in the show.
Yeah, okay.
And it's one of those things where now everyone's divided. There's a whole church dedicated to wiping out these abominations that God hates. There's people who have sex with exclusively vampires. And, there's all the different little, like, things that you would expect to arise. There's subcultures that kind of arise from it and the way the world changes.
All right.
What I like about the show is that basically every season there's a different supernatural villain.
Oh, okay.
So they
don't just fight the devil over and over again?
Right. It's not just humans versus vampires. It's usually humans, a couple other random creatures, and some vampires hunting whatever the bad thing is for that season.
Gotcha.
So the second season is something called a Maenad.
A Maenad?
Yeah, which is like deep mythological type.
I was gonna say, I've never heard that before.
It's one of the handmaidens of Dionysus.
Oh,
and I'll
take your word for it.
Yeah, it's got a real convoluted plot, but basically she's capable of influencing people to bring out their more base desires, like sex and violence and stuff. So she
kinky
screws up the whole town, making it a big orgy party thing.
This here's a Sexville.
And they gotta sex things. And they gotta stop it before she summons her god to kill them all. It's that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Think old school like Buffy the Vampire Slayer episodes where they do like a monster of the week.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
It's like that kind of thing. X-Files, that sort of deal.
Fun fact: there is a role-playing game called Monster of the Week.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't doubt that at all. Yeah, I'd do that.
Yeah,
I'll play that today.
Right now.
So the only reason I put a bunch of qualifiers on it is, like I said, because although it is, yes, a very fun, silly show.
Oops.
There's some of it that hasn't aged awesome. There's some stereotypes and
there's
blah,
some
blah, blah.
problematic shit.
Yeah, there's what you would consider some problematic stuff. So I wouldn't wholeheartedly endorse that everyone go watch it like it's some great piece of art.
Like you might be a little uncomfortable.
Yeah, but if you like reading like trashy novels and stuff like that, definitely give it a shot. It's obviously all on HBO.
Right up your alley then.
You can watch it. But yeah, if you're a fan of like Buffy and stuff like that, it's like a more adult version of that.
True Blood, watch it. So we got some things we got to do.
CHUD?
Definitely CHUD.
You got to do CHUD.
CHUD's just a movie. You can knock that on an hour and a half.
CHUD's just an all-around, you sit down, watch it, be a better person having watched it. If you're bored, you're sitting at home, you're handing out candy to trick-or-treaters or whatever you're doing, throw in a little True Blood. It's pretty fun. It's very silly. Violent. A lot of people explode.
Oh, nice.
Just full-on blood explosions.
Hell yeah.
Some people catch on fire, and then they break it up with a lot of fucking. So, it's pretty good. It's pretty good to watch.
All right, so we're going to end this episode in a little bit. but I want to see if I can fucking beat this guy first.
Beat this guy. I need you to beat this guy. Why does he look so much like you?
I'm gonna try and stun lock him.
Oh, because he's a lost hunter.
Yes.
And you're a hunter.
I'm
All right.
also a hunter.
Yeah,
Holy shit.
I got it.
No!
I'm picking things up. Heal yourself.
Dude.
Heal thyself.
This is intense.
It is.
And whack!
The relentless nature of him just coming at you slowly
Yeah.
is a little intimidating.
I'm trying to get the timing right. That's all these games are, is timing. Mm-hmm. And that's what I like about this demake is that he really captured how important timing was, right?
It can be frustrating, but if it's done right, it's very rewarding.
Shit. So he can heal himself too.
Yeah, he sure can.
Oh, all right. He did the thing that I was talking about. He shoots you mid-swing and knocks your ass down.
It reminds me of the Marauders in Doom.
Yeah?
Remember the Marauders?
Yeah.
Where you had to just kind of let him walk up to you, get that mid-range, and then do your move on him at the right moment.
Oh, sneaky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I faked you out, man.
The computer's not an idiot.
I wish it was. I'd be better at these types of games. Yeah. Get that heal.
Okay. All right. Well, I left. I bet he'll get all his health back.
Probably.
All right. I walked into a doorway. We're not going to beat the guy. But
Next time, we'll beat the guy.
But you can beat the guy. Go find Bloodborne PSX.
Have a great time with it.
Fucking Google it. I don't know.
It's a good time. Until next week. Oh, that guy just set us on fire.
I gotta get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, you gotta go, brother.